All right, man. Welcome back to Agree to Disagree. And if you're new, welcome to Agree to Disagree. Got my boy Jay Lloyd, Brad Williams, BG, got Pops. All right, man. Let's not waste no time with this topic, man. So the next game we got up, got the Clippers versus the Nets. Clippers versus the Nets. So my question to you guys is, who is this more of a statement game for? Clippers or the Nets? I'm gonna go with you this time first, Greg.
No question. It's the Nets. No question whatsoever. Because the Clippers are already somewhat proven. They've been together for a while. They got the best record in the league, and everybody's
You
trying to
do?
see. Yeah, 16-5, right?
Man,
Yeah.
it's great. Go ahead, my
So
bad, Greg.
no, so I'm gonna keep it short, man, because I think at this point everybody's trying to see is that big three gonna work against elite talent, and this is gonna be a big statement game. And even though it's more important for the Nets to win, it still would be a big win for the Clippers. But I feel like the Nets, out of all the teams in the league, they probably have the most to prove.
Well said. Go ahead, Pops.
Um, yeah, yes. Uh, the big man? I'll be honest with y'all, 'cause y'all know y'all finna start tripping. So it's both of them. It's a big game for both of them. Cause why? They trying to catch LeBron James. So it's a big game for both of them. But here's the thing: there's always a game on the schedule, whereas you being a superstar that you mark off. That this game is all about Kawhi, PG, KD, Kyrie, and James. This what this game is all about. This game is big time for all of them because everybody's going to be watching. It's a statement game for both. My problem is, honestly, I think the Clippers going to get them for the simple reason they do now know when it's time to lock up. The Nets, you can't correct a 15-year problem that all these guys got, and all of a sudden, we're going to be a defensive team. That's a problem. They got a serious problem, and they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league, and I heard it's worse when James Harden played. That's a problem that they have to correct. But who it means big, it's big for both of them because it's because of the LA factor, LeBron James, the Lakers, AD. That's all gonna play in. It's no different when they all play each other. There's a certain game that you mark where you go, tomorrow's a statement game for both of them. But more so, if I had to lean, I would gotta say the Nets. Them lights is on the Nets right now. I don't care what the Nets say. Them lights are on the New Jersey Nets. And they're trying to downplay this. Man, them lights are on them. All this, well, we got a jail. No. Y'all got a hoop. I'm out.
Go ahead, BG.
I mean, obviously, I think every game from here on out for the Nets is going to be huge, especially if they're playing like a team like the Clippers with that has superstars, and like I had them favored winning last year. I don't really think the Clippers are going to have any statement games. They're like Pop says, the Clippers are the Clippers. Like they're going to be. We know what to expect when they get out of them, but I think obviously the Nets is going to be bigger for them, but. Like I had somebody text me yesterday. Why were they struggling with the Wizards? Obviously, we know the Wizards, are struggling right now. But they're always going to get everybody's best shot, like that. Everybody's going to get up, compete against them, play against them. But obviously, I think it's the Nets have the most pressure. But they're 6-3 since the Harden trade. So it's like obviously Pops has right. They can't guard anybody. It's going to take time. So I don't get why Pops is saying I don't want to hear nothing about this gelling time. It takes time. I go out there and hoop. Every team we've coached needs a chance to adapt and get to know each other. So they're gonna be fine, man. But I think the Nets win, and I think it's one of those they're gonna downplay it like every NBA team does. does, like, oh, it's just another game out of whatever. But I think this is something that they want to get for sure. If not, they're just going to keep hearing the same rumblings they are.
Fair point, B. Fair point. Go ahead, Jay.
I want to say the Nets, but everybody else said the Nets, so I'm gonna say the Clippers. But it is the Nets, but I'm gonna go on the opposite and say the Clippers. I feel like the Clippers do need to still show that they can play at a high level in a high stakes game. Everybody's gonna be watching this game, so I want to see how the Clippers play against the Nets. I want to see how Tyronn Lue coaches against the Nets in a bigger game. Obviously, the Nets, we know what their problem is. We all can talk about the problems of the Nets, but the Clippers still have to show. We're waiting for the playoff signs for the Clippers, but I still want to see them in a big game like this. And I want to see how they respond because nobody is talking about the Clippers right now. I've never seen a team 16-5 that nobody talks about. Like they're 16-5 right now, and they've been playing really, really well. And no one even talks about the Clippers right now. So I want to see how they play and how they respond tomorrow going against that three-headed monster.
Yeah. I pretty much agree with everybody. It's definitely on the Nets, especially coming off a loss like that to the Wizards. But to BG's point, we all know it don't matter what jersey or how bad Russell Westbrook is playing. When he see KD, he going off. I mean, that's something he gonna get up for, and he definitely got up for that game. And obviously, the Nets defense is horrendous, but they should have known Russell Westbrook was gonna get up for that game. And to the Clippers, go ahead, B.
No, and because I want to regress on my statement that I said, just to clarify. I know the Clippers need to still show that they could compete in big games, like Jay said, to his point, to his credit. But last year they won multiple key games, right, during the regular season. But my take on it is once they get to the playoffs, it's like Jared said, once they get there, that's when I'm gonna really see, okay, what can they do? Obviously, that you could say that for every team, but they've won key games last year, and then they got to the playoffs, and obviously we all know what happened. So,
Go ahead, Jay.
I gotta say this too, man, because I know we gotta talk about it quickly. And John, wrap us up fast. I was so discouraged with how they lost that game, though, man. Like, I've never seen an NBA. Listen. No gas. I've never seen an NBA team lose a game like that. I've never seen a dude come down. You're up 5. You give up the 3 when you're supposed to force it to the basket and give them a 2. You give them a 3, and then you just run out of bounds and throw the ball in like that. Like, that's on some AAU 11U type. Like, I've never seen that.
Reggie Miller?
Reggie Miller, that was a good one. He held the ball for 3 or 4 seconds. He threw it in because he was afraid of the 5-second count. This cat took it out and just threw it. He didn't catch it and look and wait. And KD wanted to take the ball out. If y'all saw the bucket, KD ran to the baseline. I got it. And ran, took the ball out, threw it in, and then gave up the 3 for game. The Nets, man, I picked the Clippers to be different, man, but the Nets and that coaching concerns me, man. I had to bring it up. I had to.
Yeah, that's why I think it's bigger for the Nets. We can say all this about the Clippers. The Clippers problem is not during regular season, so I don't really think. I'm not gonna say it doesn't matter, but this isn't as big as a statement game as it is for the Nets. Clippers problem are in playoffs. Clippers problem last year, so they say, was lack of chemistry. So their whole focus this season, as it's been, and they've been doing better with it, is getting those roles understood and building that chemistry. Because if you've been watching the games, it's less iso ball. I gotta give Ty Lue some credit. It's less unselfishness. PG and Kawhi, they're not jacking up shots like they were last year. So you guys all said, the Clippers, we gotta wait till playoffs for them. We gotta wait till playoffs. But the Nets, y'all need this. Y'all need this. Y'all need this.
Can I ask
Go ahead,
a
Pops.
quick point? Oh,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
no, real
Pops making
quick point
faces.
to what Jay said. Like he said, he never saw a team playing as well with his record that nobody talks about. I think that has to do with the letdown from last season. You know, people were trying to figure out, okay, you got to prove yourself. If last year you were the favorites to win, okay, let's see what you're gonna do in the playoffs. And secondly, real quick, I think for the Nets, they win this game. That's a huge momentum swing for them moving forward. I mean, they lost a bad game. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Still trying to get it together. I think it'll be a huge wall to climb, and I think it'll have positive effects moving forward in the season.
Greg, you don't think that James Harden trade took away some of the noise that the Clippers were getting?
Possibly. I mean, possibly, but it's like, but then again, it's the West though. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it made it a lot easier for the Clippers. You know.
No, but I'm
So-
saying the focus wise, because it's been Lakers and Clippers, even when the Clippers wasn't in there. There's another thread Big Three built up, kind of forced his way together, just like Paul George and Kawhi forced his way together. And the way James Harden left to join with KD and Kyrie, I think, in my opinion, I think some of that has to do with it.
Look, man, listen. Here again, John, I think you brought it up about the Wizards and the Nets. There are games that players mark off. You know why Russell marked that game? Oh, I got KD and James. And so I'm hyped. Those type of games, guys like, hey man, I gotta let you know who I am. And tomorrow is one of those games where those 5 guys gotta let the world know this is who we are. Now, the Clippers, everybody goes, well, the Clippers flying under the radar. You know what happened? Ty Lue said, man, y'all ran y'all mouth. Y'all got to be a church mouse now and shut up because y'all choked. That's what happened. But what you got, the bad part about the Nets, even though Steve Nash is over there, this is looking like so Mike D'Antoni with no defense. This is what this is looking like. And like I told you guys before, here again, I've seen this before. The Nets, I've seen this before. All I got to do is go back, and Jared and Craig might laugh. All I got to do is go back to Denver, to Doug Moe, and the Denver Nuggets. Same thing. Try to outscore you. The Denver Nuggets were trying to run you out the gym. Dan Issel, Alex English, Kiki Vandeweghe, because they could put that ball in the hole. No defense. And the New Jersey Knicks, the same thing. They trying to outscore you and no D. Eventually, that's what they're laughing. Y'all don't know about
OG. Brooklyn. You said it like 3 times. We say that though.
Y'all know who they are.
Yeah.
That's just like the Clippers. They still the San Diego Clippers. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But the Brooklyn Nets are the Denver Nuggets of old. I've seen
one in that East though. I mean in that West.
I've seen that movie though. I've seen it. They remind me of the Denver Nuggets Doug Moe team. Try to outscore you. That's all they did. Run across a team that can play some D, it's over.
So who was on that Denver team?
It was Alex English, Kiki Vandeweghe, and Dan Issel.
Are those two of the greatest scorers to ever play the game?
But they could put that ball in the hole.
No. Are those two of the greatest scorers to ever play the game?
Alex English are the 50 greatest players.
All right. I'm asking you, are they top 5 scorers in NBA history, Pops?
No.
Oh, okay. Is KD and Harden the top 5 scorers in NBA history?
Alex English is a top scorer, man. Y'all better go Google.
No. I'm not saying. I'm asking the question. Is KD and James Harden top 5 scorers in NBA history?
Yeah, but we're talking team.
It's a little different.
It ain't no. Okay. All right. Okay. Like I said, y'all let me know when the Brooklyn Nets are not in the chip.
All right, so look, let me say this. How they said it. If there's any team that be the first of their kind to score all offense and play no defense, remember all them teams that try to outscore you? Like this might be that team that's capable of doing it. I'm not writing it out on it, but this is probably one of the best teams we've seen that's all offense and no defense. The best. You got 2 of the top 5 scorers in NBA history on that team. You have the best ball handler I've seen in my time on that team. Just saying, man. Don't compare them to. Never mind, man. I ain't even gonna do that. Yeah,
Doing this. I can't believe y'all doing this.
I'm just saying, man.
But so okay, so if they don't make it to the chip, so this is just catastrophic if they don't make it then, right?
They failed like any other contender that didn't make it to the chip. They
Hold on,
failed.
if they don't win it, this is catastrophic.
They failed.
Okay.
They failed. Like what?
Okay.
Passes. They failed.
But they've been failing a lot so far.
7-3.
Hey, see you in June, bro. What do you say? You talk about June?
Who have they played?
Does it matter? They won. If they lost, you would be like, they're losing the team. When they lost to the Cavs, you were on them about losing. Who did they play? The Cavs. And you got on them. So we can't say that when they lose and when they win against teams they're supposed to beat.
Okay, I see right now. Y'all want to give the Nets a pass. I'm not doing it.
What?
Oh.
it always turns.
Hey, he don't get no contenders a pass. Only the Lakers.
Man.
Only the Lakers, man.
I don't give the Lakers a pass.
Oh, okay. So when AD out there sticking it up like he's been the last few weeks, he ain't got to play hard right now.
What about the last few days though? What about them last 2 days?
Who?
Oh, okay, that's my point exactly. Who?
Yeah, I'm asking who? Like who you talking about?
He killed tonight.
Oh, what did he do
they
tonight?
Play?
Oh, see now here
Who
we
they
go.
play?
They play Atlanta.
They play
okay. Hey, John Collins solid though.
Okay.
Yeah. Are they in the playoffs?
Who?
The
They
Hawks
are,
right
they?
now?
They should be.
I don't know.
They should be.
It's top 10 teams. It's top 10 teams now. We got action.
That's true.
That's crazy.
They're the nice 6 seed sitting at 10-10.
Hey man, top 10. You can play ins. You good.
I know tomorrow. I know on this game, that's a statement game. There are certain games that are statement games, and there are certain games that you mark off that you go, I gotta show up and show out. Tomorrow that's that game. That's that game. You gotta mark it on this. Well, it's just 1 out of 70. No. This is some of your pride is on the line now. Some of your pride. This is it. Your pride is on you. You think when Boston played the Lakers, you don't think that Tatum and Brown weren't trying to show out because LA was in here? Man, please.
All right, so I'm gonna flip it like this then. First game of opening day, Lakers versus Clippers. Was that a statement game for the Lakers? Was that supposed to be a statement game?
No, because we got tired of playing them. We got tired of playing them. We played the Clippers like the last.
The contradiction is real out here, man.
Going back to the
contradiction is real.
We played the Clippers like 20 times, man.
Oh, okay. Hey,
did we win opening night?
Audience, y'all see.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Hey, but when they win, though, that was a statement game. When the Lakers beat the Clippers, that's a statement game.
The Clippers had to see us get our rings in our. Oh, my bad. We had to get our rings. We weren't focused.
Oh, okay.
We weren't focused.
So you giving them a pass on that game?
That night, yeah, because we were still celebrating.
Oh.
We celebrating. We getting rings. We got time, man. Let's get this ring. Let's get that rock. What was the Clippers trying to? What were they trying to do? Trying to still figure it out?
Right now they sitting top at the West, so
we
just taking it a day at a time.
Oh yeah, now
getting the chemistry right. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute. Hold on, John.
We'll be ready in playoffs.
That's okay. What are you going to do? Both of your teams are playing. What are
Huh?
you?
You said what?
Both of your teams are playing the Nets and the Clippers.
I'm a Pelican and a Clipper.
You said you was going with the Nets. Don't get the tape.
Pelicans and Clippers, bro.
So you're not rolling with Craig? Did he not say he was rolling with the Nets?
Yeah, we got a three-headed monster over there.
That was before the James Harden trade, man. Pelicans and Clippers, man. That's what I'm rolling with, bro.
Yeah, I don't know about the Pelicans. We already know what that looks like.
All right, cool. Lakers wasn't always looking too hot. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
anyways, man, let us know down in the comments, man, what you think. Clippers and the Nets, who you got winning that game? Who is the bigger statement game for? Obviously, it's the Nets. Clippers have nothing to prove right now, sitting number one in the West. But if you're watching this is Agree to Disagree. I'm my boy Jay Lloyd, Craig Williams, EG, Pop, and I'm John, man. Until next time, we out.